Students and parents, welcome back. I just had a few announcements to make. This week is a bit of a different schedule because of the Monday holiday, and Wednesday is the PSAT exam on campus. So we won't have as much time in classroom for instruction. However, we are going to stick to the typical schedule. So that means Thursday will be our reading quiz, and Friday will be the test. The reading quiz will be over Chapter 3, Key Issues 3 and 4, and the test will be over Chapter 3. Students will receive a chapter test review today in class. And so even though our schedule is cut a little short, we shouldn't have any issue getting through the material that we need to cover before the test. And that's mainly so we don't get behind. Okay, we have kind of a tight schedule that we have to follow so that we can get through all the material before the AP exam. One other issue that I wanted to bring up is just the amount of late work that's been coming in. That's good. I'm glad that students are getting things made up. What's not good is the amount of missing assignments that are happening in class. I've been putting in a lot of those grades. They take longer to grade because when I have students from multiple classes and they're turning in, 4 or 5 different types of assignments, and then I have to grade them, go back into the electronic system that takes, 20, 30 seconds to boot up every time I click on something. It can take, an hour to put in one period of late work. And as of late, from a few of the periods, the late work pile has been thicker than the regular assignments pile. So that's a problem, not just for the students' grades, but especially for me, being able to take care of my responsibilities and be available during tutoring hours. I find a lot of my time is just inputting late grades. So parents, please back me up on this. Have a discussion with your students about their responsibilities and expectations for an AP class or for school in general, and just kind of transitioning from middle school expectations to the current situation that they're in right now. That leads me to my next point. Another issue that we've been having in class is just kids coming into the classroom and not getting settled in a manner that allows us to get started quickly. I've had to spend time and have discussions with particular groups of students about kind of like goofy, wild behavior that may have been permitted in middle school, but it definitely is not okay here. So please, parents, have that conversation as well. It's not behavior that you need to be concerned about in the regards of it being inappropriate behavior, but just when we have a large percentage of the class that's talking at the beginning of class, and I'm passing out either papers or trying to make announcements that are very important to all the students. Kids get partial information, or they're asking another student to repeat something that I said when they could have heard it, from the source and been 100% correct on the details. That's an issue that I've been struggling with the kids. But please, parents, just reiterate your expectations for them for how they should be behaving at school. And hopefully this isn't an ongoing issue. But the real reason I wanted to send a video update to you is review books. Okay, it's about that time. If you haven't picked up a review book for your student, I recommend going to Amazon. You can type in the search bar AP Human Geography, and tons of resources will pop up. I just want to show you a few that I have that I like, that are fairly inexpensive. The cheapest are the Kaplan AP review book. You can get the most recent one. I have Amazon open right now. The 2019 2020 AP Prep Plus for Human Geography is about $14.50, so that's not very expensive. The only issue that I have with this book is it's huge. It's a lot of resource, but it's thicker than our textbook, so a lot of kids don't even want to mess with that. The 5 Steps to a 5 is a good book. I have a class set of these. They goes through each unit that we cover in the course, a really pared down, simplified way of explaining things. And that's really kind of the benefit of these books, is it takes our textbook, which is written at a college level, and it brings it down to a more accessible level. You know, they provide all of the things that they really need to know from the textbook. It shouldn't replace the textbook, but as an additional resource, man. If the kids are getting in there and staying current with our units, it's a great help for them. And this one, the cover price is $18, but you can get that cheaper on Amazon. My favorite one, I found out about this one this summer. It's by AMSCO, and it's the Human Geography Review book. It's thick as well. It's just like the Kaplan one, it's a lot smaller. But the reason I like this one is it's very, very thorough. It provides a very good explanation, lots of maps and things that they need to be seeing that you might see on an AP exam question. These all have practice questions for the AP test. So anyways, this one's a little more expensive. I think I saw this one on Amazon for about $24. You know, it's really up to you. I wouldn't recommend getting multiple resources, because then you just end up getting overwhelmed. And but any of those 3 are really good. You just pick one. You know, as long as you have one and the kids are working out of it. If there's a piece of information that they're not understanding in the textbook, it's a great place for them to go back and get some help. But anyways, that's it for now. As always, if you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks.